welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about how to quickly clear a plugged duct. So if you're a breastfeeding mama, or maybe you plan on breastfeeding once your baby is born, this is really good information for you, and information that I as a nurse didn't even know before having my baby, but I'm so glad that I do now, and I really wanted to share it with some other mamas out there who may be struggling with the same issue. So if you've never been to my channel before, just a little backstory about myself. I've been a nurse for about 7 years. 5 of those years have been in the NICU. And the 2 years prior to that, I worked in mother-baby. So I worked with postpartum women who had just had babies. So I would consider myself pretty knowledgeable when it comes to breastfeeding. I've worked with moms both with normal newborns and postpartum, and I've worked with many mothers in the NICU learning how to breastfeed their preemies, as well as learning how to use a breast pump. So I thought going into my breastfeeding journey would be pretty easy because I knew all these things. Little did I know I had a lot more to learn. So as a nurse, I had, coached women and educated them on mastitis. I'm sure you've heard of that. That is a breast infection. It's very common in breastfeeding women. I think it's even more common in those beginning weeks and months when you're learning how to breastfeed and your milk is still regulating as far as how much you need. So I think it's pretty common, like I said, in those first few weeks. So one thing I had never heard of though is a plugged duct. And what that is the milk ducts that make up your breast tissue. When milk gets backed up in there, let's say baby sleeps 6 hours instead of the normal 3, and your body thinks, hey, I'm supposed to be empty right now. So milk just kind of gets backed up and clogs up those milk ducts. I've had several of these, a couple in the beginning, and then now as my baby is starting to transition to sleeping through the night, I have struggled with them again. So I just really quick, I'm going to talk about, the ways I have learned to help clear those clogged ducts out pretty quickly. For me, I tend to get clogged ducts near my armpit area of my breast, so it's really far back, and they come on with a vengeance. And actually, like last week when we were on vacation, I woke up at midnight in so much pain, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a clogged duct and I'm on vacation, this sucks. The first thing I do anytime I get a clogged duct is apply heat. Now the way I do this is I jump in the shower and turn the water on really hot, almost as hot as I can stand it. And let that water, just hit right on my breast, and that makes a huge difference. But the other thing I do is I express milk in the shower. So for me, I am an oversupplier. I've never had an issue with supply, but for those moms out there who are undersuppliers or just enoughers, I can totally understand where you would never ever want to waste a precious drop of breast milk or going down the drain. So I totally get that. But if you don't have an issue with supply and you don't feel like you need to catch that milk that you're gonna express by hand, doing it in the shower is an easy way to, A, get rid of it, and 2, not have to worry about the mess. So I will get in the shower, like I said, let the water run hot. I will massage my breast as well as do some hand expression in the shower. The other thing that I will do in the shower is get a very wide tooth, big tooth comb, and get it really soapy and kind of stroke my breast from where the clogged duct is down towards my nipple. I will do this several times for 10-15 minutes while I'm in the shower, just to help again clear that duct out, and that really helps immensely. If you are like I said, just an enougher or an undersupplier even, and you don't want to waste the milk outside the shower, you can use other ways to apply heat while you do that breast massage and hand expression. One of those ways is by using this product. I have one. It's made by Lancino. These are these little, what is it called? TheraPearl 3-in-1 breast therapy. So these are great. I purchased these within the first couple of weeks that my little guy came, when I was having a lot of issues with plugged ducts. These are great because you just pop them in the microwave for like 10 seconds, and then they fit nicely in your bra around your breast. So that's another way you can apply heat, like I said, outside of the shower. You could even hold it on your breast while you were doing hand expression if you were trying to collect or catch the milk that was coming out. So another good thing about these is, while I think heat probably works the best to really help clear the duct out, sometimes cool actually can be very relieving, because like I said, they are very painful. So you can actually pop these in the freezer for a couple of hours, and they're freezable as well, so you can apply that to your breast maybe in between the heat therapy. So these are really great. They come in a pack of 2, and they also come with a cloth cover that you're supposed to use with it. Truthfully, I don't use the cloth cover because I don't have time to keep up with it, and I've never been bothered by the heat or cold without the cloth cover. So like I said, a pack of 2, relatively inexpensive, and can be life-saving in those moments, I feel like, when you're in so much pain from a plugged duct. The other thing I do to help kind of clear a plugged duct out, and I learned this on a breastfeeding group on Facebook, is to take lecithin. Now, there is a group or a company out there called Legendary Milk, who actually, they have tons of breastfeeding products and supplements for moms, from anything, like I said, from a plugged duct all the way to needing help with supply. They sell their sunflower lecithin. When I got my first plugged duct, I really did not have time. I was in so much pain and feeling so awful. Whenever I get a plugged duct, it typically starts to feel like I'm catching the flu or something almost. I get this immense, deep pain in my breast, and then I'll also start getting a low-grade fever, and I just feel run down and exhausted, you know, typical flu-like symptoms. So I didn't really have time to wait on a supplement to come through the mail, you know, take several days to get here. So I just went to CVS or my local pharmacy and picked up regular old lecithin. It's not even sunflower lecithin, just regular old lecithin. It's 1,200 milligrams per soft gel. And I will take 4 of these. So when I get a plugged duct, and the first thing when I wake up, I will take 2 of these in the morning with breakfast, and then I'll take 2 more again before bedtime. And I will do that until the clogged duct is completely gone. And then the days following, you know, once I know the plug is gone, I will even take 1 every day for a couple of days just to make sure that it's not gonna come back. Like I said, they're 1,200 milligrams, so I think that's the most you can take is 4 1,200 milligram capsules in a day. So, but obviously before starting any kind of supplement, I would check with your doctor to make sure it's safe for you. Like I said, no issues with it, and it really does help kind of get those clogged ducts out quicker. So the other thing that I learned and that I would recommend for any mom that has a plugged duct is to keep breastfeeding or keep pumping. I know there is a common misconception anytime you have like a plugged duct or mastitis that you should stop feeding the baby, that it's going to be dangerous for the baby, and that is absolutely not true. There is nothing in your breast that's going to hurt the baby, and it's actually going to help you more. So if you are breastfeeding or exclusively breastfeeding, I would encourage you to keep breastfeeding on demand and try to start on that side. So if you have one on your right breast, a clogged duct in your right breast, I would start baby on that breast every feeding, just to, again, help work that milk out. And if, let's say, you know, you don't feel like baby really emptied that breast, I would even go as far as to pump for a couple of minutes after the feeding is over, just to really make sure you empty all of that milk out that is in the breast with the clogged duct. So those are my quick tips, again, on how to clear a clogged duct quickly. The other thing I will do is take some ibuprofen, usually because I have that low-grade fever. That'll kind of help bring the fever down, but also I think it probably helps with any inflammation you might be having from the clogged duct. So ibuprofen is another thing you can take. Also, again, always check with your doctor before you take any medication. Ibuprofen is safe for babies, like as far as transferring through the breast milk, it's not going to hurt baby, but it will help you a lot. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video on my quick tips on how to relieve a clogged duct quickly. If you have any other tricks or tips that you have that you've used that have worked for clearing out a clogged duct, don't hesitate. Please put them in the comments below, because anything that can help us mamas feel good all the time or most of the time are appreciated. So if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, and I hope you guys have a great day.